Okay, I got another chunk out, man. It has the same feel as doing construction. I've done a little bit of construction in my life, and part of construction is actually destruction. Sometimes you have to tear something apart, you know. Anyhow, it feels like knocking the last of pipes out of ripping pipes out of a fucking wall or something and doing remodeling or something. I just did a couple of vlogs right now where, shit that's been rattling in my head for years, finally just got it out in the open. And in this piece, I'm just gonna try to come back down and, to a, ordinary state of mind and all. I'm not gonna say I got worked up. I didn't get worked up or anything, but, stuff I want to be talking about for a long time. Trying to explain to people, whatever my circumstance is, for better or worse. So, it's a Saturday. I got my work cut out for me. Any other pieces? Because it's a two-part piece. Any other pieces? I did a little guitar playing. Talked about the poopy. Brought some visual aids out. They're over there on the chair. But I didn't use the visual aids. Anyhow, so I started that Documents channel, Homer Cocktail 48, and it's going pretty well. My last two pieces I put on. It's going pretty well as far as what well is for me. Last two pieces I put on, I got a handful of views right away, and the first one I put on, which was my diploma, because it's a Documents channel, it still has no views. The very first document I put on, and that's okay. The Homer Cocktail 24, which is where this will probably go, it's doing okay. It's not, it's what I need it to be. So, I'm going to be doing that. Thinking about adding some more, but I'm not going to. I did a two-part piece right now. As a matter of fact, I'll probably cut this one off in 5 minutes. I started off my young adult life somewhat conservative, believing in a merit system. If I work harder than someone else, I deserve a little more, right? But then you get out there in the real world, and the way things are explained isn't the way things always work. I worked in a non-union warehouse, and early on I passed up people, man. Plain and simple. Partly because I was younger and I ran faster. I was more physically fit. Loaded boxes faster. Was more consistent about coming to work, etc. And, it's kind of like sports. I thought a bit about it like sports. If I'm a 337 hitter, I don't care if you've been on a team 5 years, you're a 231 hitter. I have 8 home runs, this far in the year, and you have 3. Maybe I should be out there. Maybe I shouldn't be a role player, right, on a bench. Maybe I should be a starter, right? And stuff like that happens. But when it happens to you, and you get passed up and you think you deserve it, Yeah, it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. And eventually, I learned about this discipline called anthropology. It helps you to understand human nature by studying primates, other primates besides us. And there's 4 major disciplines of anthropology. There's linguistic, there's the archaeological or physical anthropology, cultural anthropology. I can't remember all 4 of them. I always leave one out. Anyhow, and humans are a unique species in a lot of ways. You have squirrels that'll save nuts for the winter. And you have ants that'll go out and get food and bring it back, to their homes, their little ant holes and stuff. And there's other animals out there that prepare, but what you'll never have is a squirrel that'll go out and hoard all the fucking acorns or whatever they're eating and keep them from all the other squirrels. But humans do that. Humans somehow do that. And through the eyes of some anthropologists, Mitt Romney called himself a success in a speech for when he was accepting the Republican nomination. That guy's a sociopath. That guy is a motherfucking sociopath, man. I did some research about, because he was called a vulture capitalist by Rick Perry. And he bought the warehouse, actually. I don't know if it was his direction, but he took over Staples, and Staples bought Quill Corporation, where I worked. And the only way that you get to 9 figures, not the only way, but one of the ways you get to 9 figures is by jacking your whole workforce and making it so that they could barely afford to come back to work the next day. You could barely afford your rent, you could barely afford the gas in your tank, you could barely afford your food, and just keep them running on a fucking wheel like a hamster. So I put it in my book, though. I just alluded to it real quick. And the last 2 pieces, I have good memories with some of my family that's, kind of, made it financially at least. But what the fuck is this, man? What in the name of Jesus Christ is this, man? All I'm saying is I never in a million years thought that I'd be stuck here for fucking years on end is all. Did well in school, and my dad has a term called subsistence because he was in the military, and I wondered, are they doing that to me? Subsistence in the military is basically they give you barely enough to get by, which makes sense when the war's going on, rations and crap like that. But I was brought up to believe the United States is the greatest country in the world, and I don't believe it anymore. I fucking don't believe that at all, dude. So, coming on 10 minutes here. And the more I get the shit off my chest, the easier I spend my day usually. And it's been, more than 10 years. It's been well over 10 years, and one of the things I have over here, I'm not going to have time, but I have documents around the corner. My dad, in 2005, got the last of the liens. There was liens on this property. And I figured, okay, man, he's going to get on his feet. And when he gets on his feet, he's going to help me get a job or something. And, he gave me this car. But there's no jobs here. I need to get the fuck out of Southern California. And I don't know, it's hard to do it on my own. But I'm going to try. Alright. Have fun. 10 minutes. Woohoo!